A deadly heatwave has swept through India, and millions of Indians have been suffering the brunt of the brutal heatwaves for the last many days. While the rich can afford to stay within the comforts of their homes and offices, tens of thousands of poor Indians have been reeling under extreme temperatures. What is problematic about this heatwave? What could this heatwave mean to you and me? What is causing it? Let's unbreak the news. Blistering heat has hit India's national capital. On Sunday alone, the maximum temperatures in Delhi moved from 40 to a little above 49 degrees Celsius. Several North Indian states have been reeling under the brutal heat waves, not just the national capital. More than 1 billion Indians are expected to be affected in one way or the other because of the extreme temperatures. The summer trends in India are alarming. This year, we saw the hottest March in 122 years. This is the fifth heat wave that has struck the national capital since March. If reports are to be believed, the national capital has faced its hottest April since 1951. Apart from Delhi, Himachal Pradesh, Haryana, Uttarakhand, Punjab and Bihar have witnessed soaring temperatures. According to the think tank Center for Science and Environment, the early heat waves of 2022 that began on March 11th have impacted 15 Indian states and union territories. So what is causing these heat waves? Experts say climate change. The extreme rise in temperatures is a result of global warming. One of the leading indicators of climate change is the increasing frequency of climate extremes like the one India is facing these days. India is one of the largest emitters of carbon dioxide. Man-made carbon emissions are one of the biggest reasons for global warming. Indian climate experts have said one other cause for such heat waves are storms that are originating from the Mediterranean region, which is resulting in less pre-monsoon rains in several parts of India. According to the Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change, the IPCC report that was released last year, in the coming decades, climate changes will increase in all regions. For 1.5 degrees Celsius of global warming, there will be increasing heat waves, longer warm seasons, and shorter cold seasons. At 2 degrees Celsius of global warming, heat extremes would more often reach critical tolerance thresholds for agriculture and health. India has already been facing devastating repercussions of climate change, and this has started affecting other parts of the world as well. Because of extreme heat waves, India recently decided to severely restrict its wheat exports, and this has driven up global prices of wheat to record levels and have resulted in warnings of looming food shortages around the globe. Now take a look at this news report, which claims that dehydrated birds have been falling from sky in India because of record heat waves. The report says rescuers in Gujarat are picking up dozens of exhausted birds, dropping daily as scorching heat wave dries out water sources. Not just in India, India's neighbor Pakistan has also been facing the brunt of the brutal heat waves. Take a look at this video. This is the video of a bridge collapsing in Pakistan. How? The historic Hassanabad Bridge in Pakistan collapsed after a heat wave caused a glacial lake to release large amounts of water into a stream. In India, the heat wave has caused power outages. There is also the added risk of fire incidents because of extreme temperatures. The farmers in several states have already started facing crop failure, and they are now fearing the worst: droughts. Heat waves can cause heat strokes, and researchers say extreme heat can cause increased mortality across the affected states in the country. While the Indian government is looking at increasing its early warning mechanisms to prepare citizens for what is to come, the fact is, until the root of the problem is not addressed, this problem will continue to persist. The government needs to take rapid, proactive measures to tackle climate change. Let us not forget that the impact of such extreme weather conditions is disproportionately endured by the poor in our country. Climate change is also linked to social justice and inequality. It is the poor citizens who will suffer the most from the excesses or lack of action from a chosen privileged few. Rapid climate change has today transformed itself into a climate crisis. The climate is changing, and changing rapidly. The question is, why aren't we?